Hi, happy day to you, and welcome to the program. Wisconsin, I'm going to be there on March 6th. Rochester, Minnesota, March 7th. Sacramento, California, March 13th. Santa Rosa, California, March 14th. WhitneyCummings.com, you guys. Don't make me read all this. You don't. This is so honestly worse on me than it is on you. Michigan, March 20th. Royal Oak, Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines. Is Des Moines French? Philadelphia, I'll be there April 3rd to make up the date that we had to reschedule. Miller Theater. Atlanta, Georgia, I'll be there April 10th. Jacksonville, Florida, April 11th. San Antonio, Texas. It does say on this teleprompter that I'm going to be in Miami, Florida, November 19th to November 23rd, going to Cozumel with Bert Kreischer for his fully loaded cruise. How the mighty have fallen. I tried to do it last year, but I was too pregnant. So if I have to get pregnant this year just to not have to go on this cruise. The only reason I said yes is to do karaoke with his wife, Leanne. But we can do that not in Cozumel. We can do that not in the sea. Right? All right. Here we go. Here. The hardest part is starting a podcast. Those first couple words that nobody hears. Where you have to decide if you're going to be a different person. You're like, okay, because are we going to roll on the thing? Hey, guys, it's me. I decided that from now on the podcast, I'm going to say in the beginning of the podcast what we're going to be talking about. That's not to say people don't watch to the end, but I'm going to start telling you what's coming up because I think you guys are starting to think like, oh, she gets to be in her bonnet about one thing and only talks about that the whole time. OCD is not a game, you guys. But today we're going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions, as promised. I will also address the recent accusations challenging my moral character and, frankly, my technological acumen, praising it, honestly, as well as some other stuff, which is, I go on tangents. I can't help it. So do you have any New Year's resolutions, Pat, or do you even?
No. Another day.
That's such a guy thing. It's just another day. It's another day.
I mean, I could decide to act different any time of year.
That's true. And you choose not to.
Well,
my New Year's resolution is to not care what anyone thinks. So why would I change on the day everyone thinks I should change?
Yeah.
It's like so antithetical.
It's a good reason to double down on all your bad behavior at the end of the year.
It's so funny. It's like when people are like, yeah, I have a drinking problem. I'm going to go to rehab in a couple months. You're like, no, I think today's the day. It's such a weird little thing we do. Is it based in capitalism to sell calendars or gym memberships? Who invented the New Year's resolution thing? Big elliptical?
Big sit up.
Big squat. This is the year that I actually I have a couple little resolutions that I could have started a couple weeks ago, but I'm basic. I want to do everything when everyone else does it at the same time. This is the year for me that if you, I don't know how else to say this. This is the year I'm going to block you. I've never blocked people, but this is the year I'm going to block you. This is the year that if you are a dork or a dweeb or a kook or a nut or a drip or a pissant or a butthead, I'm going to block you. I used to not because I felt like the message was like they got to me. Or, I'm not going to give them the time of day, or that I was going to go tell people I can't handle it. And they're going to be like, Whitney blocked me. She can't handle the truth or whatever. I was like, I don't want to give them that, I'm at capacity on nerds. And it used to be that the nerds were the ones that were bullied, but now the nerds are the bullies. And it took me a second to realize that. So you're not a troll. You're a bully. And I can block a bully. That's okay. Right? Which, by the way, to block a bully because they just want attention and are lonely and sad is bullying a bully. But this might be the year that I bully bullies. Maybe that's okay. And file it under self-care. Because you can do anything as long as you say it's self-care. I cheated, but it was self-care. I just needed to know, that I'm attractive. Now I can really be faithful to you. It's also just I got to be honest with you. I got to block some people because it's too cringe. Now that I'm a mom and I'm over 3 years sober now. I'm getting all my feelings back. I can't take the cringe of people being dorks in my comments. I'm too embarrassed for you, and Schadenfreude is not my thing. Also, count on Germany to have a word for getting joy from other people's embarrassment. Schadenfreude. Like it's like when someone comments that I'm cringe or you're trying too hard or whatever it is, I'm like, ugh. Like in 2026, cannot spend bandwidth on the cognitive dissonance that I would have to provide or conjure up in order to not see the shocking irony and the like required for you to type that I'm trying too hard when this is my job. I'm doing my job, and trying hard is cool if it's your job, but this is your hobby. You know what I mean? Like, also, that's now your online footprint forever. I don't want to be a part of your online footprint, you weirdo. I don't want my name to be in the mouth of your insurance company. Okay? When they go through your online history and they're like, do we cover this therapy for them? Do we cover it? I mean, they were commenting on Whitney Cummings' Instagram that she's a tryhard. So aren't comedians, first they'll be like, who's that? And they'll be like, oh, a female, aren't they supposed to try hard? I think we just put them in an asylum. I think we'll cover the ambulance ride from the 5150 location to Orchid Fields insane asylum. I don't want to be in the mouth of the divorce lawyer when you lose custody of your kids because your entire online history is public and the family court judge is like, hold on. Did you comment on Whitney Cummings' Twitter that she's busted? I don't think you can ever see your kids again, homie. And they'd say homie. They would just be like, sorry, so I'm blocking you. Like, I used to kind of come back and be like, cool comment, or like, you rule. That's my favorite one. Just like, you rule. But not anymore. I'm blocking you. I think I'm done. I got to draw. I'm done with piercings for a while. I think we all get it. I'm a pirate. Like, we get it. Okay. They take too long to heal. It's been 6 months. Every night I'm like, every night. Spraying salt water, like Neosporin. Like, I spend more time caring for my ear than my toddler. Okay. Like, I shouldn't be like sneaking into my son's room and like stealing his ointments. Like, I gotta, things that get me attention, I'm just going to own it. No more attention unless it's my work. Like, I get plenty of attention. We don't have to hole punch my face all the time. I'm getting older. That's fine. No amount of diamonds in my ear is going to fake diamond is going to change that. Like, let's just call. Okay. See, also, like, why people are like, oh my God, look at the thing. And I'm like, don't look at my ear. Like, ears are ugly. It's fine. All right. I do love my migraine piercings. That's when it got out of hand because the migraine day piercings actually helped me stop getting migraines. I went to visit some family in England and I could not sleep on the plane. Because I could have had I not just gotten 12 new piercings. For what? For why? Just to hypnotize my lover. I'm also going to make a resolution that is the opposite of everyone else's resolution. Everyone's resolution is, I'm going to get off my phone. I'm going to break my addiction with my phone. I'm going to get off social media. Nope. No. Just follow cooler people. I'm not going to get off my phone. It's not going to happen. That ship sailed, okay? That would be like an amputation at this point. Let's stop pretending we're going to get on our phone. Just stop following morons and liars, thieves, and worms. Stop following dreck and trash, right? Honestly, I should be on my phone more. I should scroll more. Just have it be smarter people. You know what I mean? A lot of the scrolling is, by the way, it's also a lot of shopping. I wouldn't say stop scrolling. I would say stop shopping so much. Like, you don't need the LED underwear that helps you do Kegels while you're in the car. Did I order it? Yes, I did. Does it work? Unclear. Do I have another thing what is the thing now where they send you a charger, the cord, but no brick? They're like, everyone's got bricks. Their thing is everyone's got like a basket of bricks. No. Some of us throw them away when we're done. Some of us like go on a tear and it was like, get all these bricks away from it. Like, I used to have the thing. It was like, I'm going to use this. I had a cord box. It's like, I'm going to use these eventually. One day I'm going to need this cord. Someone's going to need to charge a BlackBerry in a flood, and I'm going to have the cord. I can charge an Apple Pencil, no problem, okay? But they just send the cord now and no brick. And then you like plug it in and you're like, okay, it doesn't work. I don't know if it's the cord, the brick, or the outlet. Now I got to do this like, is it the outlet? Is the cord? Don't get me started on the extension cord. So I got this thing that's like a projector for my son. It reads stories to him. So it's I'm trying to just buy things that can parent for me. And it was the cord, then the brick, then the extension cord, and then the outlet. And it didn't work. And I was like, it's going to take like a couple hours to isolate the thing. What's the dud here? This guy. Another big New Year's resolution a lot of people have is don't care what people think. I'm not going to care what people think about me in 2026. You've been online. Are people giving off the vibe that they care what people think? Like somebody who will just take a selfie in their car and just post that as their main content is like, I'm going to stop caring what people think. I'm like, I don't think you care. I think you're fine with boring everybody. I don't see anyone on TikTok who seems to care at all what people think. In fact, I think they are trying to piss us off. I'm like, good. Everyone I see that in their 2026 resolutions, like, don't care what anyone thinks. I'm like, I follow you because I'm like, this person does not care. I think we all need to care like way more about what other people think. Just the right people. Like if someone's whole Instagram page is like duck face selfies, like don't care what they think. If someone's Twitter photo is a different country flag every month based on what's happening there, right? And has never once put an American flag, I don't care what you think. You stand for nothing. Anyone who changes their profile photo too much in general, sketchy. I truly change mine, every 8 years? Like just so I don't catfish people by accident. Like the idea of changing it is like, but you guys are gonna know I changed it. Like I'm like, hey, did you guys forget what I look like? Like new pic. Does anyone care? Is anyone like, Whitney's in a red top, new material, I wasn't going to buy tickets to see her, but now, did you see this new?
This isn't that jean jacket Whitney that we're all so used to. This is a new red blazer Whitney.
Tube top with a tie? Oh, I'm add to cart. Like no one thinks that. Everyone's just like, oh, some social media person changed her photo. Like, because they just got new social media company in town. You realize that when we do these new photos, like when any social media person does it, like they hired a photographer, hair and makeup, and it ends up being this big. We spend days on this photo. Like I'm fascinated by the things that we think are going to be like a mic drop and it just like doesn't land at all. No one's like, sick new pic. Everyone's like, oh, I thought that was Catherine Hahn. I do honestly think another thing for me, I have to really call myself out on my New Year's resolutions. I need to stop watching people on TikTok criticize wellness people and count that as an hour of going to actual therapy. Allow me to explain. When people like debunk popular wellness stuff, my brain goes, great. You're not being fooled. You're good. Because I didn't do the thing that didn't work. Or it's not, you know what I mean? Like when I see like a takedown video of Mel Robbins, I'm like, I am clear as a bell. I have broken the ancestral cycle. They have notes for the Diary of a CEO podcast, not acknowledging the invisible work of women. Therapy canceled. No wool over my eyes. This year, another thing for me is I want to, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to not fall for con artists as much this year as I did last year. Okay, you know I'm an art buff, con art first and foremost. No, this year no dabbling in cults, but it is. I know I think it's funny. I'm like a peeping Tom with cults. I just want to watch. Like I am obsessed with people. Like I just want to admire people's commitment. My kink is people who believe in something with a straight face. That is like, I can't get enough. Like I'm on the edge of my seat. It is so punk rock to me to be like, yeah, and that's why L. Ron Hubbard is my savior. I'm like, I'm waiting for no eye roll? Babe, I can barely make eye contact with someone and say I'm a comedian. I'm just like, or like an actor. I'm like, yeah, I'm an actor. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not gonna be like a dork about it. I don't have like it's not like a craft. I just, other people hire me. I don't identify as one. I just, like, who knows? I'll be like, who knows? I'm a comedian for now. It's, you know what it is? I'm going to take myself seriously this year. Why not? Why not? But I got to say, I do like being naive. I like being intentionally naive because it's just so much more fun. You know what I mean? It's like funny to give someone the benefit of the doubt or like a 20th chance to do the right thing. It's funny to be like, is this the week there won't be any underage scandals from world leaders? Maybe this is the week. Like, it's funny. And then you're like, nuts. Nah. All right. These guys have that billionaire mindset. They take no days off. No cheat days on cheating on their wives. They cheat every day. No days off. I think part of me being oddly naive is that my biggest fear in life is being predictable and boring. So I assume that's other people's as well. So like if I was a politician, I would just be like, I'd schedule a press announcement and be like, hey guys, I would just like to announce I am going to marry a woman who is 80. Just to like stand out. Like I don't go to islands. I vacation in Biloxi. Being intentionally naive, it is obnoxious though. It's like feigned incompetence, but ultimately it's a gambling addiction. First and foremost. Like it's funny because I went to this therapist I work with, and I'm sort of, during the pandemic, I was like, doing a couple things I can't say on here, or we'll get kicked out of the old suggestion box algo thing. But I was like, am I this addict? Am I addicted to this? Am I an alcoholic? And she's like, babe, you're a gambling addict. And I'm like, but I don't gamble. When I go to Vegas, I'm in and out. I'm like, I don't gamble. I don't have the attention span. And she's like, no, but this is what you're doing in life. You're going like, okay, all right, maybe the 20th time this person's gonna, do the right thing, because you're just waiting for the cherry instead of going, hold on, this person lied 20 times. I should like go home. I should leave. I go like, you're gonna tell the truth soon, because it's like the cherry has to come down the slot machine at some point. It's in the machine. This is the year that I'm gonna stop being naive on purpose. I'm not gonna buy Kegel pills or wrinkle cream powder you snort, just because, not even as a joke. Okay, not even as my placebo effect is an effect. No gaslighting myself in 2026, because I think I'll do that. I'll gaslight myself a little bit. I'll be like, no, it's good to just read the Scientology text to see what's funny about it. Like, being a comedian is especially tricky because you can just talk yourself into anything under the guise of like research. Like, no, what do you mean? Yes, I'm engaged, but like I'm on, Bumble to just see what's going on. You got to get boots on the ground. I'm an anthropologist. I also had one that was that I should defend myself more, because I really don't defend myself. But I get like lost in that, because for who? For who? If you attack people online, you're the loser, right? I wouldn't be defending myself. If someone attacked me online, I would be punching down. Right? Is that someone who is sadistic and wants to tell me I'm not funny, like during their workday, who doesn't know the definition of there and there, THEIR and THY posture? Like, what do I do? I mean, ignoring it is also mean. That's always where I've been. I'm always like, I can't ignore this comment because this person is doing it because they need to be seen and heard, and they're like lonely, and they know that I have a penchant for crowd work. When I get on stage, I go, you know who the real talent is in this theater? You guys. Every one of my shows, I just treat it like Star Search. I'm like, you, where you from? Be charming and maybe I'll put you in the pictures. And by pictures, I mean a crowd work clip that may or may not even get in the algorithm.
Has anybody transitioned from
Shut
audience member
up.
to stand-up comic?
I think Dom should, my guy that talked about 9/11. Remember on that crowd work clip that I did where he explained like when he was in the military, the 9/11 thing, it got like 30 million views on YouTube. I'm like, dude, ride this wave. It's also funny when you think about like the crowd work clip thing. It's so big. Like, there's like a Harvey Weinstein of crowd work clips out there. Like in 10 years, we will have to watch a tell-all documentary about some sociopath who abused his crowd work power to lure girls in the front row. She'd be like, I'll tag you in the main feed. Some like a guy saying that right now. And it's not Matt Rife, by the way. Don't you dare. I love Matt. I love Matt Rife. I'll say it. Okay. But there's some creeping, like I'll repost you to stories. I'll tag you. Will I underline it so it's clickable? You tell me. Are you just going to stay a pharmaceutical sales rep who frankly makes way more money than I do? Or are you going to, I love looking at things and being like, which of these is going to be a Netflix documentary in 10 years? Shein, for sure, right? Lululemon. I don't know. Maybe I think we kind of all just watched that in real time. And now the pants are just like a syringe that puts chemicals in your uterus now. Like, allegedly. What else are we going to see a documentary? Charcoal toothpaste. You know that's going to be like a... Remember when we all were just like deep-throating charcoal toothpaste? Like, documentaries on Netflix. And Brian Johnson, for sure. The Brian Johnson Live Forever guy. All right? But they don't need to make a new documentary. They can just re-air the documentary he made about himself, thinking it made him look good, and rename it the Takedown documentary. You can just... Have you seen the Chevy Chase documentary?
I've seen a few
clips.
Excerpts.
Everyone says they've seen clips and can't actually watch it.
If it's like that for 2 hours, I can't watch.
I can. I once saw him at the Sundance Film Festival. A woman was like miking him up. Again, you have these moments in your life where like everything changes, like, and it's happening to you, and you're like, so your whole brain gets reorganized. And he was getting like a girl was putting a mic pack on him, and it was like, and getting a mic pack put on you, in his defense, is so annoying. It's like, you got to go off the shirt, and the person's like, is this okay? Like, it's very intimate and weird, and they're like, putting tape on you that, but you just, it's this person's job, and they don't want to have to do it. And it's like, and he called her like the worst insult you can call a woman, He didn't want to be funny, or like wasn't too mean by accident because he's so used to people saying yes. Like, he wanted her to think about this moment for the rest of her life.
And not misunderstand it.
Correct. And I was like, oh, that's sadistic. I didn't understand that people weren't accidentally sadistic. I was like, oh, they didn't mean it, or like, oh, they were trying to be funny, or oh, like they were nervous and it came out wrong. I was like, oh, it didn't come out wrong. It wasn't a mistake. He could have said, you don't know what you're doing. He could have said, and that might have been true, but he chose that word to, by the way, then make her worse at her job because she's now like frazzled and can't do it. It's sadistic is the only way I know how to describe it. Because I'm like, if someone's not able to do something well and then you call them that name, they're just going to get more flustered and then I was like, oh, it's not about getting it done. And the power dynamic is so, like, if he did it to me, because I was like there being a comic, like the power dynamic would still be insane, but I'd be like, I would know what to do. But like, she is like, has tape in her hand, is like on her knees, like trying to tape him up with a mic. Like, then how do you mic someone who just said that? Like, is he going to say it? Like, I'm like, it's just wild. It's just so, but it's also, hey, idiot, I can keep it rolling when you think you're off air. She probably ultimately did have the most power, But I don't know. Fascinating. I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. Anyway, back to me, because I'm Whitney Cummings and you're not. We were talking about what is going to have a documentary made on it. I think if you need to make a decision about something, just imagine, will there be a documentary on this in 10 years about how stupid we were for participating in this con, in this popularity frenzy, this tulip mania? Cold plunges, for sure. For sure. All right. There's definitely going to be a documentary about it. We all just threw each other. We threw ourselves just into ice buckets. Like, we did the ice bucket challenge for ALS back then. Like, that was, like, I stand behind that. Like, but, there's a podcast called Behind the Bastards that kind of does get ahead of stuff like this. The stuff where I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, they do podcasts on, like, the I don't know, man stuff. They did one on Wim Hof, the guy that would breathe, like on an ice mountain, right? And it's like, yeah. When a guy sits buck naked on an ice to breathe deeply, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure his ex-wife took a couple weird tumbles. Like, of course. I assumed that. All right, you learn a lot about ice when you're trying to preserve a corpse in your garage. Like, why would this guy be so familiar with ice? Allegedly. I didn't even finish it. It was too boring. It was the only thing more boring than hearing someone lecture you about breathing is a documentary about that guy's first marriage. Sorry. So I didn't finish it. But the point is, I owe an apology to some people, and it's actually pretty serious. I feel bad. There's no easy way to say this. I do need to openly apologize to a couple people who have accused me of hiring bots to watch my podcast or hack the numbers of the podcast. I am not even erudite enough about bots to know what exactly I'm being accused of, but I'm going to apologize anyway. Also, look, if anything they are accusing me of, to be clear, was true, inflating numbers artificially on YouTube are fraud. It's called fraud. YouTube would have taken my channel by now, but we're going to keep logic out of this. Okay. You're not insulting me. You're kind of insulting YouTube. You're just calling YouTube criminals. But it's weird when someone insults you, they accidentally reveal how powerful they think you are. Like if I was using bots to have fake numbers on my podcast or whatever, what they're saying is you're committing a crime on YouTube. And it's like, well, YouTube would call you. No, she has YouTube in the palm of her hand. YouTube doesn't. YouTube, when she says, I'm committing a crime, well, if you don't keep my crimes up, you'll see. And they're like, okay. Like if I commit fraud and then I have so much power that I convince YouTube to not take my channel down, like the company's like, okay, fine, we'll just fold. Rather than have Whitney be mad at us. Like, why don't we do that?
If you're ready to tank your channel, we could get into that.
Can you get away with doing that?
Well, no, because YouTube is tracking the traffic on your channel like a hawk, and the methods that you're using to advertise your channel are methods that were presented to us, and we were guided through the process.
Oh, nice. We can tell you what we do
from YouTube.
Which is I work my hiney off to try to make these episodes since January, like not squeaky clean. I say a lot of wild stuff, but there's certain things you just can't say and then be suggested. Like we're doing like manual review from YouTube. They can watch the episode and go, hey, like if you leave this thing in about, naming the people that you believe abused Shirley Temple with their home addresses, we can't suggest this to other people in YouTube. Do you want to cut it? And I'll go, fine, yes. And then we can use Google Ads and pay them, which everybody pays to advertise everywhere. I mean, it's like having a billboard for a sitcom. It's like someone 10 years ago seeing someone having a billboard for a sitcom, be like, they're using billboards to promote their show. Like
feed the thumbnail of the show to as many screens as possible.
That's right. And if they click on it, great. If they don't click on it, fine. If they don't watch the whole episode, fine. But, I do want to hear about this because I'm kind of obsessed with, like how this is done. Because I don't even think the people that are accusing of it maybe know what's happening. It's like, I just kind of want to know because how like women watch shows about like how other women murdered their husbands. Like, I just want to know how they did it. I'm not going to do it.
They're not just pushing the exposure of the thumbnail to a bunch of people. The bot situation is literally a warehouse full of iPhones that are coded to comment on your show.
But we don't have that many comments. That's the other thing, is that people go like, oh, you're using bots to do comments. I'm like, well, here's the thing. We do auto block comments. I auto block comments. So if your comment got blocked, sorry, you're going to have to flirt with me another way. I'll admit anything I do. Like I will admit truly anything that I do. And we auto block comments because it's like, you got normal people don't want to read this like wild hate in someone's YouTube. I mean, you guys do, the like trolls probably do. They get often. I have to auto block words. Okay. I'm sure you can guess which the words are, but I can't say any of them on YouTube or my video won't get suggested in the algorithm. Right. So this is just something that we're doing. Last January, YouTube tells us, hey, here's the stuff that's going to stop you from being able to be a suggested video or to be promoted, right? It's medical stuff. Like you noticed this year, I'll say like, I can't say that, Pat. Can I say that? I'll come up with a stupid word instead of the actual word to try to get around it. This is what we did in network television forever. They'd be like, you can't say Powerade or you got to say Gatorade because we have a deal with Gatorade. I'm like, no problem. Like, I'm sure. Why not? The point is to stay as small as possible, but say that thing. I'm saying Powerade. No one tells me what to do, even though you're my boss. Like, so I kind of just treat YouTube like my boss or like the network, because that's what it is. So now we get suggested to more people, and, maybe it's doing better also because the very thing that I'm doing to try to get suggested more might actually just make the show better. I'm not like going on rants about things about which I know very little, We work hard on it. We have to turn the episode in early and then sometimes cut stuff. And there's certain things I don't get to say. Fine. It's like, I had to stop having guests. That's the other thing, is like this coincided also when I stopped having guests because, I don't want to cut out stuff that a guest is saying.
You can't say anything that's sex, drugs, violence, medical, politics.
I don't want to cut my friend. I don't want to cut Bobby Lee talking about his childhood trauma, which involves someone with Down syndrome. Like I can't, that's going to come up. Honestly, if me talking about how we have to not say certain things and that's why our numbers are better and not bots, and when I'm making the example, that's what gets kicked us out, I swear to God. This is what they wanted. They wanted me to do an episode where like, it's because I don't say these words. 4 views. But I'm sorry. Like, honestly, like at first I was kind of, my ego was a little bit like, but I think I owe an apology. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to talk about me. Because when you talk about yourself, nobody listens. Like, I can have nothing but compassion for the person who this is like their thing. These men aren't young. These are grown men, like adult men. Like, we might be going to war, you guys. And let's all just pray that these people will not be drafted. Pray that they just keep clacking about me, Googling my numbers and counting my comments, because we can't have these people on the front lines. They'll be like, hey, wait, some of these soldiers look like robots.
That drone strike was totally botted.
Yeah. They'll be like, hey, those soldiers look like robots. Their shoulders are way too big. No man has a shoulder that big. Yeah, they do if they're not online all day. Clacking. If someone with a podcast sees my comments and is like, there's not 50,000 comments, people comment, it's like, well, maybe you get a lot of comments because the people who listen to your podcast want to fight in the comment section all day. Maybe the people who listen to my podcast have a purpose in life. Maybe they like are sober. Maybe the people who listen to my podcast do other things or like have families, or maybe they send me DMs instead of a public insult. I respect a DM. I've had plenty of people go, hey, this new podcast, like, I don't know about this. That wasn't right. And I'm like, dude, thank you. Thank you. I respect that. I have had so many DMs from people that were actually like super constructive. They'd be like some woman was like, hey, you said this about, formula feeding and actually this. And I was like, I was joking, but like, thank you. I should correct that. I appreciate it. Putting it out public, you don't want to fix it. You don't want to correct me. You don't think I suck. You're just trying to make friends in my comment section, which is fun. Like, you're just trying to track whack people to text offensive memes with all day because cool people won't bite. Cool people are off the table for you because of the personality you've chosen. But in the comment section, if you're nasty, someone will respond. Someone will take it to DM, reach out to you and be like, oh man, that was so brave. That was so brave how you stuck it to that mom.
There's more fun things to come for you about.
Honestly, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I have an entire book that I wrote about me doing the most humiliating, embarrassing things. I mean, but you know what? They've already probably come for me for those. I just didn't see it. And they're like, we have to try something else to get our attention. We have to try something else to get our attention.
Are you accusing the people that are in your comments about the views of having bought a book?
No, no. Well, the bots wrote my book is what I'm saying. I did hire bots to write my book. But these are people that like make podcast episodes about this, okay? And look, I think that most people online that are in these kind of like melees, like they don't think that they can make a friend, so they settle for a fight. Like, it's my thing, and I've said this before, of like, I don't think I deserve love, so I settle for being used. Like, I think these fights make people feel alive. You get adrenaline, you get dopamine. I get it, dude. I I follow snakes. I see a snake. I'm like, where are you going? The rattlesnake. I'm like, where are you going? Like, I just want to see if you guys really did evolve to stop rattling. I need to find out with my neck. You know what it is? It's boomer. In the attention economy. And look, I don't understand the YouTube space and the podcasting space. I know that controversy is currency, but being an old, miserable guy who's mad at me for making it in comedy, it's not controversial. That's actually the default. Spending all day making YouTube videos about me and bots or whatever, it just like, it kind of makes you look like old. It's like an old take. It's like a boomer take to be like, female comic isn't funny. It's like when my sitcom came out, everyone was like, bah, the Nielsen machines must be broken. Like, you tried to make that fake too. Oh, she slept her way to the top. Like, okay, like there was always some reason. So everything y'all did, it's been done, right? And it's all about originality now. Like Pat said, there's other things to come from. It's like, there's nothing more embarrassing than your trolls being unoriginal. And you know what? There's plenty of female comics. And, you know, I think I was thinking the other day, I was like, why me? And we know why me. We know. Sorry, I'm trying to not look like a complete maniac. Do I look like I'm in like the Hocus Pocus reboot as like the funeral home director? You know why. You know why you're trolling me about this. Because you know it will hurt my feelings. You know I'm nice. And you do have a heart. And you know I do care about what you think. And it's like Chevy Chase with that thing. He knew it was going to hurt her. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. There's no point in trying to hurt someone that can't be hurt, right? You know it hurts my feelings. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it. If you're sadistic, right? It has to hurt the other person, okay? You know that I care. And that's probably why you're balding, because you have some guilt in there somewhere too. People doing podcasts about how I would use robots to make my podcast metrics. I'm going to look you in the face right now. And yes, I'm sitting on a booster seat. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. You guys being this obsessed with me, honestly, has boosted my self-esteem. I swear to, I didn't realize I was so relevant. Like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know that not only is my podcast doing well, because I'm too afraid to look at the numbers, but in order for yours to do well, you have to talk about me. Like, and also you're in a jam with your argument because you're saying my podcast doesn't do as well as it says it does, yet you use my name for yours to do well. So if my name on your title makes you get numbers, wouldn't the actual me like do pretty well? Even if it's people hating me? Which is it? Well, the only way to get out of that jam is what? The only way to get out of that jam is for you to be like, no, your name didn't make our podcast do well because we use bots. Either way, I'm a numbers machine is the point here. And you real live trolls, you're so much more robotic than any bot. For like an older dude podcaster to troll me is like your DOS, dude. Like I'm sorry that trashing me is the only way anyone will listen to you talk. By the way, I relate to that also. I used to self-deprecate and think it was the only way that people would like me. So I get why you think trashing me works. I used to do it, but I don't self-deprecate anymore. I don't need to because you guys do it for me. You volunteered to do my self-deprecating for me, and I don't pay you, but I guess you get paid by doing it. So I don't want to come for your job. Like, AI is already coming for you. I don't want to come for your job. I don't see the point of self-deprecating anymore because you spending all this time on me made me realize like how powerful I am. Why would I self-deprecate if hating me is like its own economy? If these former comics are exploiting my family members to try and justify some narrative that I'm a monster who uses bots, if it's come to that, I must be so powerful and inescapable that people have to try and take me down. You can't be taken down if you're down. So I'm like, I'm up. What? It's like, it also, dorks, if you're going through old episodes and cutting them up to make me look bad, you're just making my numbers go up because you're watching it. A hate watch is a watch, babe. You're like, everybody go watch her podcast and see why it doesn't deserve the views it deserves. Why are you helping it? The only thing you need, we've talked about this, to get attention on the internet is one basic thing: a good personality. That's all you have to do to make money online, is to be like pleasant, personable, and you can't do that. I don't know what to tell. I worked harder than you because of people like you that fuel me. The only way to make me fail is to support me. I love ranting about stuff. And I love people that come up to me and go, I love bringing joy to someone I've never met. I was wired to do it. When you're raised by alcoholics, you're just like, keep everyone happy. It's all I know how to do. Okay? But if someone's not happy with me or wants to accuse me of something, like it's kind of like a new, what's the word? Level of success that I'm adjusting to. Okay? But also, here's the weird thing. And this is the reason I'm talking about the people that make videos about me as like their entire YouTube presence. I like you. That's the craziest part. What's so weird about it is that I love a weird niche bee in a bonnet. Like when someone's like, did you know Stephen Baldwin is a bad tipper? I'm like, edge of my seat. I love a weird cause. Like my version of this is I'm like Shirley Temple's agent. I'm a dog with a bone. And everyone's like, what? Who cares? Like I'm like this with esoteric animal abusers and zoos and stuff. So I have bad news for the people who obsessively make videos about me and my fiance. We aren't so different, you and me. You hate me because you're me. I am like looking in a mirror. Frankly, we also both have the same receding hairlines these days, and you know it. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like New Year's resolution being don't care what anyone thinks. All this, it's like, no, I'm going to care about what the right people think. And when the wrong people hate you, that's also a win. You should care what they think. You should go, dorks and people who are addicted to negativity and trolls hate me. Care about that because that means you're doing the right thing. And then cool people, if they like you, keep doing what makes them like you. Don't care what anyone thinks. That person hates you. Don't care about it. No, they hate you. Like you're doing well. It's a thumbs up. So thank you guys for making me realize I'm nailing it. I'm trying to not be like, I'm not even trying to be like sarcastic or rude. I think that you spend your whole career or life, maybe it's not just comics or actors or writers or performers, like trying to make everyone like you. And then you go like, wait, if you like me, I'm probably doing something wrong. So things get interesting when you're like, oh, good. Those people hate me. That's a good thing. Because if those people like me, like, I got to regroup. And here we are. Love you. I do love you. Like whenever someone hates me, I feel deeply connected to them. Because I'm like, I used to hate me too. But now that you're the one that hates me, it makes me think I must be cool. Welcome to the Matrix. Okay, do whatever. Trash me as much as you want. Attack me as much as you want. Just don't ride elephants. Or I'll get you.